Okay, ma'am. Sir, it is 6:35. Can we start, sir?
Yeah, we can start.
Vishwa?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can start,
Uh,
ma'am.
Good evening to all. A warm welcome for today's webinar topic Vulnerability to Victory Business Use Case in Cybersecurity. I invite Ms. Suganya, Scientist, GSET, and HOD Hardware Security. I request to give the welcome address, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening, one and all. And thank you for bringing me in this forum to introduce sets, as well as I will actually I'm taking the opportunity to introduce sets to the all participants, and also I welcome all the participants and the speaker of the day. So to talk about sets, we are a R&D institution located in Taramani, Chennai, and we have been existing here for more than 25 years. We are providing security solutions. Particularly, we are performing the R&D institutions, R&D research on cybersecurity, and also we are delivering some solutions. So to talk much about, we have 4 stream of activities: cryptology research group who are focusing on the mathematical part of cryptographic algorithms and securing the cryptographic devices, and also the analysis of algorithms. So they are contributing in that, and most majorly we are contributing on the post quantum now. So how do we migrate it, and what are the standards that we require to migrations and all. And also they are focusing on the blockchains and indigenization of the components which are contributing to securing the blockchain and all. And hardware security, which I'm heading, I'm working on the side channel analysis. So which is again the hardware vulnerability. If the cryptographic algorithm is not implemented properly, then it is vulnerable to side channel attacks. And there are now international standards have come to evaluate it. So we are establishing a reference laboratory to do all the evaluations and testing. And we are closely working with STQC towards the standardization and certification as well. And in the network security, we have flagship products on VPN solutions, indigenously developed VPN solutions, and also we have perimeter security solutions and malware detection techniques and all. And in quantum security research, we are closely working with IIT Madras, and also we are working on QRNG, that is a quantum random number generators. We have a solution, and also the QKD system. So the point-to-point, how do we exchange the keys, and how do we protect the complete communication against quantum attacks. These are all the solutions we are focusing on. And also recently we signed an MOU with IIT Madras ICSR to take our solutions to the market, and also they will be helping us on the commercialization as well. So I am a commercialization in charge, the additional responsibility I'm playing a role in that. And then we are focusing majorly on the cybersecurity R&D solutions, and we are completely supported by the Office of PSA to the Government of India. Then this talk, I'm going through the background of this talk, and this is very interesting. Vulnerability to victory, business use cases. This is the need of an hour, and many of us know the theoretical part of cyber security solutions, and we ourselves, because being in this field, we are also finding it difficult to convince the consumer who actually require the security solutions, and also this consumer should be prepared to invest something on it. So I hope that this talk will definitely help, because the vulnerability is the starting point and the victory is the end point. It may be the victory of attacker or victory of the defender. So I welcome Dr. Arulselvar, who is founder and director of Briskinfosec technology and consulting firm, which is located in Chennai. And thank you for accepting the invitation and sharing your knowledge with us. And also thank Dr. H.R. Mohan sir. So thank you for this opportunity. And I welcome all the participants. And also I wish the CSI team for the successful conduction of this event. So thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I invite HR Mohan, Chair Events, IEEE CS Madras, to introduce speaker note.
Greetings and good evening to one and all. On behalf of the organizing units, Computer Society of India, IEEE Computer Society, ACM, IEEE Life Member Affinity Group, and SETS. SETS is our strategic partner in all the security related events. And due to some unavoidable reasons, Dr. N. Subramaniam, who is the Executive Director of SETS, had to travel to Delhi. So we are lucky to have Dr. Suganya to fill the gap. So, and also give some briefing about the SETS activities, because it is one of the Government of India's nodal center for all the security related activities in the country. And it is under the scientific advisors control, direct control of scientific advisor. So they play a very major role in all the security related areas in the country. So thanks, Dr. Suganya, for making an opening remark. And now let me, on behalf of my colleagues and all the members of the organizing units, let us welcome Mr. Arulselvar Thomas for accepting our invitation to present a webinar on this topic of direct interest to many. In fact, everyone is affected in terms of security. So it is a paramount important topic of current day. And as you all aware that 30th November is being observed globally as Computer Security Day. And we have been regularly for several years organizing programs relating to computer security on 30th November or nearby date, depending on the convenience of the speaker and other organizers and so on. And this year program on Computer Security Day is organized little earlier. There is a 26 today on the theme vulnerability to victory with few cyber security use cases. As Suganya was mentioning, so most of us are having some theoretical knowledge, but how the industry gets affected and what are the ways they can secure themselves, these are the highlights will be in today's presentation. This webinar will explore practical strategies to transform vulnerabilities into strengths in today's threat landscape and delve into the key highlights from the book Vulnerability to Victory, the Cybersecurity Playbook, targeted for business leaders, IT professionals, and cybersecurity enthusiasts. It may be noted that this book is authored by the speaker, Arulselvar. And also we had the opportunity of releasing the book last year at the Cybersecurity Day at SETS. So it was so now actually we are bringing out the insights from the book from the author himself. The presentation will begin with an overview of evolving cyber threats, drawing from real-world examples of high-profile breaches and their business impacts. Attendees will learn how to identify hidden vulnerabilities, within their organization using proactive assessment techniques. A core focus will be on the implementing effective security measures, including the adoption of AI-driven tools like Briskinfosec's LURA platform for automated threat detection and remediation. The speaker will also discuss on fostering a culture of cybersecurity awareness, emphasizing employee training and leadership involvement. To bring the concept to life, few business use cases will be presented covering manufacturing, financial, and e-commerce domains. This session will conclude with actionable takeaways, including steps to develop a resilient cybersecurity framework. Participants will gain insights into the future-proofing their organization against emerging threats like AI-powered attacks and supply chain vulnerabilities, which are prevalent nowadays very much. Now, let me formally introduce the speaker, Mr. Arulselvar Thomas, who is not new to us. As I also mentioned, we had organized the launch of his book, Vulnerability to Victory, the Cybersecurity Playbook last year, and also pleased to inform that he has donated 30 copies of the book as prize to the winners and participants of the IEEE Computer Society Madras Mega ICT Quiz, which had attracted over 2,250 participants. I once again thank Arulselvar for his kind gesture. Mr. Arulselvar Thomas is the founder and director of Briskinfosec Technology and Consulting Private Limited, a leading cybersecurity firm based in Chennai, India. With over a decade of experience in the field, he has dedicated his career to empowering businesses with robust, future-proof cybersecurity solutions. Under his leadership, Briskinfosec has served over 200 clients across 12 countries, completing more than 2,500 projects in security assessment, managed security services, and compliance advisory. Arulselvar's journey into cybersecurity began with a vision to create an offensive first strategy, which he implemented when founding Briskinfosec in 2017. He has been instrumental in pioneering innovative platforms like the LURA security platform, an AI-powered tool for unified threat management, and B-Safe scoring system for comprehensive security benchmarking. His expertise has earned the company prestigious recognition, including empanelment with the CERT and features in CIO review as one of the India's top 10 most promising cybersecurity providers. A thought leader in the industry, Arulselvar has delivered keynotes at international forums such as InsiCon and GTEx Global. In 2024, he authored the book Vulnerability to Victory, the Cybersecurity Playbook, a practical guide for business leaders on navigating cyber threats. The book was launched at GTEx Dubai as well as at SET Chennai and has received acclaim for its actionable insights. Arulselvar's commitment extends beyond business. He actively contributes to cybersecurity awareness through monthly threat spoiled advisory reports and has led initiatives like setting a record in the Indian Book of Records for vulnerability detection. His strategic direction continues to drive Briskinfosec's global expansion, including participation in European forums in 2025. Passionate about building resilient organizations, Arulselvar combines technical prowess with the strategic vision to protect digital future in an increasingly interconnected world. With this introduction to the webinar and the speaker, now let me invite Mr. Arulselvar to enlighten us on the topic vulnerability to victory. Over to Mr. Arulselvar.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So thank you so much to the entire organization community, and thank you for supporting and thank you for giving me opportunity again and again. That's really great and wonderful. Subramaniam ma'am, thank you so much, and you have given the great intro about the sets and the clarity and the contribution your organization giving to the Indian government is really big, and you are think beyond the life what we are doing right now, which is a quantum cryptography, because that's going to be the future and that's going to be the biggest threat for entire cybersecurity community. you started to securing from now onwards. That's really going to be the wonderful job, which is equal to defense the people who is guarding us from a border of the nation. Sir, Mohan sir, and entire organization committee. And first of all, I wish for the computer security day, which is going to be happen on November 30. And I will definitely bring my knowledge, and I want to discuss more with everyone on this cybersecurity topic perspective as well. So with that note, let me jump on to the topic. I will share my slide, and we can definitely have a detailed discussion on this day. So I want to make sure, okay, this is going to be interactive. I could understand, okay, this is more on the online, but still, I hope most of them join from the laptop, some of them from the mobile phone, but still you can definitely type something. So we can definitely use the chat bot in a more effective manner. I will definitely ask the question here and there. I want to see your reaction and your thought process. Based on that, I can speed up and I can slow and I can brief the concepts in a proper manner. Why I'm more insisting on that in the sense, this specific group is more mixed one, not only the professional. I could see that a lot of different professors and doctors and students, along with other technical cybersecurity experts, are part of that. So not everyone is more aware about whatever I'm trying to convey. Maybe I may be sounding like a too much technical, and I want to tone down myself. So because of that, I want that interaction. Please be with me on this day. So with your guidance, with your hello, and I'm just sharing my screen. Team, can you able to see my screen? Please acknowledge somebody.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great, super. So the topic is vulnerability to victory, which is a business use case in cybersecurity. And this is the vulnerability to victory is nothing but I have released my book, and thank you to SEX, Hajar Mohan sir, to allow me to re-release the book in India from the same community after Dubai. So this specific oral session, what you can expect is, so why I have written that book and what is the purpose behind that book, and apart from that, what is the key learning? I want to educate to the people, educate to the industry people, respective of the cybersecurity, and what stories are really impact my impact me in a more personal manner, which is induced me to write that book. So those stories and all I just want to share with you. That would be the more real story, and I hope the students can definitely cope up. And for their understanding, I have included some of the more basic concepts as well as part of the session. And mostly after the session, you will be get this slide, and you can definitely go over and search about the specific keywords and all. Definitely, you can learn a lot from that deck as well. So no worries. Some area you are stuck. So let me start about the book. So guys, give me a second. Only one thing. Yeah, can you see my screen now? No?
The screen is not changed.
Okay. I hope you can see my screen. Okay. Can you able to see my screen now?
Yes, sir. Your presentation we can see, sir.
Okay, fine, perfect. Okay, so because I'm finding the difficulty, I want to chat along with the presentation. There is a, I was tried, okay, it is not working, but I will switch over the screen and I will definitely discuss with you guys. So let's get into the discussion. Like, how many of you see by seeing that vulnerability to victory, which is maybe more familiar to you? Can you please type in a chat box like me, me. So I will see that thing as well. Okay. Good. Okay. So because everyone, I hope everyone knows the Tamil, so I want to give you the real story behind the title of the book. So when I was trying to create the book, and the title is a more important one, right? So I was trying to identify which may be more closer to our heart and which should be more closer to our industry, so that people would be really like it. So when I short form of the book, I could see that V2V and VTV. Everyone knows about the Vinnai Thandi Varvaya. That is a movie will be coming to our mind, right? So that is a inspiration, and the VTV. So that is an inspiration choose to be, okay, vulnerability is a major topic in a cybersecurity. How we can overcome that vulnerability, so victory will come. So V2V. So that is first thing I want to give you the clarity. The first time I'm just sharing this specific story to you guys. So VTV is not a Vande Thandi Varvaya, it should be vulnerability to victory. So whenever you are going to see that movie and coming across that movie name, you please remember my book as well. The book actually we have released in Dubai, and as of now there are almost 2,000 copies we have printed and we have given as a giveaway. The reason I have get into that book is where I in last almost 13 years, okay, where during my entire career, and I have involved on various cybersecurity related investigation, cyber attack related cases, and cybersecurity audit related on the compliance and assurance perspective and all. Whenever, especially whenever I'm going for the cyber forensic investigation kind of situation, and that owners, they built a company and they have a lot of money and they have very good reputation. They are listed company, and they are making like a multi-crore rupees from their organization. There are 2,000, 5,000 employees are working in the organization. But one small cyber attack, which is like a ransomware attack, which is gone into their environment, and it's automatically encrypting the entire network of computers. At the time, we started to help them, and during the time we could see that CISO, and the CXO, CEO, and finance people and all, CRO and all. At the time, they are seen like more powerless people. They are despite they have a very good company, very good employees, and very good reputation. Because of the cyber attack, because of the negative news which is spread on the newspaper and all, they are becoming more powerless. And they are becoming more powerless, and they will say, Arul, do something. We want to come out and we want to start our operation, start our production, do something. So that is a kind of conversation will go. And there is no the formal discussion of, okay, what is the scope and what is the proposal, what is the cost. Nothing will happen. Okay, they want get out of that specific problem. So that is the only mindset would be there. And even though they are more powerful, and they will be feel like a more powerless. And if we drag down almost 20 to 50 different cyber attack related cases, if I map, okay, what was happened with each and every incident, the end of the day, it will come as a one common pattern, like the small ignorance and small decisions created this biggest problem. Like, okay, they maybe decided, okay, we don't want cybersecurity monitoring now. If we can put it as a roadmap, this can be come into the next year. And they may be having the very good developer who is developing their application for almost 5 years and 10 years. The management unable to ask them a question, cross them a question, and they do the verification of their work. Because of that, the cyber attack is came. And sometimes management completely believe on only the IT department, who is day-to-day managing the IT issues. And whatever they are saying, whatever they are positioning front of the management, top management and all, they are the special people in the planet. They can set up a system like anything. They can completely create everything into the most secure manner. That is a kind of that is the kind of mindset they try to prepare for the people. Because of that overconfidence also, cyber attack would be hit to the people. So end of the day, it will directly point to the small ignorance and small decision making related skills, which is again point to the decision makers like a CXO level people. So what I decided is, okay, so every time I'm teaching to the people like, okay, what is the problem they are doing? And because mostly the common pattern is happening on every organization. What is the best way I can able to give that awareness? For that, I got a very good the Moody's book. So I can write to the business owners like what is the top 20 cyber threats which is threatening their business and day by day, and how they can be get avoid, how they can be create their own cybersecurity strategy from 21st chapter. So that is the overall concept of the book. That is the way the book is created, and a lot of stories are behind that same book as well. So with that, let me jump on to the thing. So the stories, what we are going to discuss today. Okay, so always we can start with the basics. I do understand a lot of cybersecurity people are there. Still, it's my duty to highlight and help the people to understand the basic stuff. So team, this session is going to be about the cybersecurity. You should know what is cybersecurity, but definitely because of the industry renovation and everyone life is purely depends on the technology. Everyone knows what is cybersecurity. It's about your digital assets and your digital data, and your digital assets, assets in the sense whatever about your personal data, about your application, and about your if you are having mobile phone, laptops, and everything, whatever the data is there, everything is coming as a digital data. And the mode of the medium what we are using for processing the digital data, that is called as a host. So how is this going to be secure? So based on that, the cybersecurity is a cybersecurity form in the more strategic manner. To make it simple, so digital and data and operational system from authorized access, damage, or attack. So it's about securing your entire digital ecosystem. To know about one person earlier, like people will say, okay, we need to go and see their browsing history. Now we can go and see their ChatGPT history or something is more than enough to understand the person and understand their awareness and all. And second one is the application you are building or whatever the data you are having. And even if you are using your net banking application, respective of the confidentiality, integrity, and availability, they have created their cybersecurity system for that net banking. Because of that, it is secure, and CAA is a gold standard for cybersecurity. That's why I have mentioned what is CAA and why it is matters to the business. It's about business incidents that happen on every day, because now AI is becoming more popular and people are using AI to do the attack. Recently, the biggest AI company, Anthropic, also reported the AI cyber attack started from China, and because of that, their system got compromised, and 30 companies got compromised, like they have highly done. So that is how every business is really worried about their security, because if it is get breached, they are into the deepest trouble. They have to pay a lot of penalties, and they will get into loss of business as well. And finally, the human element. So despite you are having more costly software and costly firewall and costly security practices and compliance practices and all, the only one, the major, the problematic layer is human layer. So in the human layer, we always think based on our mood, and even though we can imagine ourselves like, okay, everyone want to go gym, or everyone morning we want to do exercise. Are we doing on everyday basis? Definitely not. And we will do it on our mood basis, maybe weekly twice, or monthly once, or yearly 5 times. That is the way we are doing our mind shifts. The same thing is happen, even though we are giving a lot of awareness. Not every time they are not sharing the password over the phone or over the message. Sometimes they are sharing. That is becoming the biggest problem. And so human layer is the biggest layer. 95% of cyber attack is coming because of the human layer. So we need to address that cybersecurity layer as well for that as well. These are small fundamentals I want to highlight. Apart from that, in the industry specific, what we are doing on the compliance and governance perspective. So GRC, what is GRC? This is governance, risk management, and the compliance. So governance. So in a governance part, it's like if you are doing something. So if you want to do the cybersecurity for your organization, there is a ISO 27001 is one of the key framework is there. And yes, without ISO 27001 also, you can provide the security for your company. But you need some guidance. You need some set of rules and procedure, right? That is governance. That is the international wise, the compliance standards are there. That is get adopted by the company. We can implement that governance. And risk management, like every company having different risks. No company can avoid the risk, and they have to manage with the risk. For example, in a net banking, passwords are getting hacked. Because of that, people are going with what is the password complexity policy can be created. That is the way it was addressed. Now it is become like how passwordless can be adapted to avoid the password attack, and using the two-step verification and our iRaise verification kind of stuff and all. So those things are coming under the different risk controls under the risk management. And next thing is like a compliance regulation. This compliance regulation is like, according to the standard, are you really managing the compliance in a proper manner or not? Every month and every year, are you compliant with the day-to-day operation or not? That really matters. So that is related to the compliance. And the key frameworks, so different international frameworks are there, like ISO 27001, SOC 2, PCI DSS and all. And compliance security, it's about compliance depends on what specific rules to follow, and security specific, how the broader practice and assets will be coming to picture. So only 2 questions. It's a what or how. What is about the compliance? How is about the security? What you are going to secure and how are you going to secure? That is the way also you can put it. And risk assessment basis, again, like it's part of the risk management, like for every organization, for every process, and we can identify what are the different risks is possible, like how the fire alarm and fire alarm would be set on fire sensors set in across the organization, and they conduct the fire drills. And if it is a fire going to become, it's not like just a fire alarm and fire drills, and they also having the fire extinction, because that's for a risk. If fire is coming and you want a fire extinction to pour that specific fire, and also One more risk is what happened. The people are not trained irrespective of the fire extinction handling. That training also need to be provided. So the every people should be get trained towards to that. That is next thing. Like different risk assessment based techniques may be followed. And it's about the broad governance, cybersecurity about a broad governance. You have to see the organization from the 5,000 feet and you have to identify what are the risks are there, how you need to handle that security. And finally, the beyond the compliance. Sometimes people want to do the cybersecurity only for the compliance, and getting the compliance is more easy, and identifying the threats proactively and securing the organization is really toughest part. So you have to think beyond the compliance as well. So with that, so for the academic people, I want to highlight a few things and how you need to see the cybersecurity. First one is interdisciplinary core. Like cybersecurity is a rich field, and you have a different kind of mindset is required, like a computer science, business, psychology, law, like a different mindset is required. So a lot of different opportunities are there, and it's about you can get a lot of different career opportunity as well. It's not just a GRC, just a VAPT, just a SOC, and more than that, a lot of cybersecurity solutions are there. Those implementation and cybersecurity product development and all, you can definitely focus. And it's about lifelong learning. Cybersecurity is all about lifelong learning, and you have to do the lot of deep research of what is going on around your organization and around you. And finally, instead of theory, you have to practice the cybersecurity. Then only you can be position yourself in a better manner. So finally, the mindset of vulnerability. So now, so you please help me out. What do you feel when I'm saying vulnerability? Just saying vulnerability, what is coming to your mind? So most of the time, people will be having the mindset like, oh, vulnerability, okay, that's really bad, and that's about the wrong thing. And somebody identifying the bad on my code, like a developer will think, and tester will think like, oh, I really missed this vulnerability. Because of that organization, the manager will be asked question to me, and business owner think, oh, is this going to be stop my business? Is hacker can directly attack this vulnerability? Like lot of different negative vibes will be coming when we are going to discuss about the vulnerability. But real meaning of vulnerability is it's about a vulnerability. There is a ability is hidden every vulnerability. So we can focus on the ability, and you can definitely overcome the vulnerability. That is nothing but vulnerability to victory. So I'm going to share a few of the stories related to the vulnerability now. You just see this image, the both image. One is path to resilience, another one is the cost of neglect. So resilience is nothing but, yes, cyber attack is coming, and companies are identifying and detecting the cyber attack. They are overcome from that cyber attack. That is a resilience. That is a left side. The cost of neglect. Okay, right side is the fancy office that is closed down, and they put a lot of warning sign, and no one is there and no celebration. It's about they are not focusing on the cybersecurity in a proper proactive manner. Because of that, they have got the ransomware attack, and they have paid ransom, and they thought they will get the data, and they didn't get the data. Because of that, they lost their business as well, and they lost their customer as well. The both. So vulnerability, irrespective of vulnerability, the both things are available. Okay, so vulnerability is there, and there is a victory also there. That is in our hands. That's there. How we are going to take these specific routes. So universal pattern, as I already mentioned, on every every cyber attack perspective earlier. So that is the pattern I want to map here. So First one is when coming to the cybersecurity or vulnerability, these are the key 5 points you have to validate. First one is misconception about the security maturity. That is the first thing. Whereas every organization have a mistake like what is actual risk in their organization. They will be missing out and they are unable to understand what is the vulnerability. Second thing is they don't know what is vulnerability at all, which is a blind spot, and or that vulnerability may be more hidden. That may be with any one of the development team or sales team or an infrastructure team or cloud team, and that would be for the CXO. They don't know about that. Third one is lack of preparedness for modern threats. So every day the new technology is coming, and every day we are exploring the technology. But what is the real problem is coming because of the technology that we are not realizing. Fourth one is the single point of failures in a critical system. I take example, if you have a server, even the same net banking server the bank is providing, because of the too much people requesting on the first and second day of month because of getting the salary and do the lot of transaction. If they are not prepared well, that server will be overloaded and that will be get into outage. They should plan their BCP and they should plan their DR, disaster recovery, business continuity plan. Those kind of policies they have to implement, they have to maintain. Then only they can able to provide their services in a better manner. So single point of failure need to be avoided, and trusting what should be validated. So the principle of trust is about trust but verify, and now become verify then verify again. So that is the way the tone is changed. Earlier it would be like trust but verify. Now verify and then verify again. Because of that, some of the browser, the Firefox browser, if you are using, if you are more bind to the Firefox browser in the sense, you can see that even though you have logged in your Gmail, once you come out from that browser, automatically it will ask you again the password. But if it is a Chrome kind of browser, it will keep reminding you, remember you, and whenever opening the browser, it will be by default it will be saved and it will allow you to use the Gmail directly. So this is one of the small examples. It's not an exact example, but it's one of the small example you can map with what is trust but verify, and verify then verify again. So in the modern security. So first case study we are getting into that. The first case study, it is like Wall of Fame or Wall of Shame. So this is my first chapter of the book, Wall of Fame and Wall of Shame. So since we already discussed about the GRC, right, governance, risk and compliance. So for that, in the industry, there are so many different so many different certifications of that, like ISO 27001, PCI DSS, GDPR, HIPAA and all. So sometimes customer want to do the compliance, but they want to adjust and they want within a week time, and they want just a certificate. They want just a template, and they want more cheap price. And because of that, a lot of different companies are available to encourage such kind of customer. They provide it with a no value. The companies will be frame that certificate and put it in their wall in a more honorary manner. So, but once cyber attack is hit, definitely the Wall of Fame become the Wall of Shame. I have a real example for that. We have worked with one of the SaaS-based company, and they are planning to take the SOC certification, SOC 2 certification. In the SOC 2 certification, and the SOC, the Managed Detection Response and the Security Operations Center, the cybersecurity monitoring, right? That is one of the mandatory control. So we have recommended, and the compliance, right? As I already told, the governance, right? That will give a provision like if customer is accept yes, this is not with us. We are ready to we are ready to implement this within another 3 months, another 6 months. Like if the management decide, management can give one formal communication to the auditors. Auditors can accept and they can be moved forward, and they can't highlight that as one of the NC or something as part of the compliance point. So either that this option is available for every compliance because of the business friendliness. So we have tried to educate the customer like no, you should monitor because you are handling a lot of customer data, and most of B2C customer data are coming. The people are flowing from anywhere in the world, so you need to focus on that. But customers said, okay, we are in this team, we are not able to focus now, and we will implement in another 6 months time. But the problem is they got hacked, and their data was stolen. And after that, we have gone to the investigation, and we came to know the hacker was already into the system for more than 50 days. And because of that, the attack was happened. Even though they are a SOC 2 compliant company and security certified company, still they are able to hack, and their wall of fame become the wall of shame. So why this is happening, and why such kind of incident, such kind of mindset is coming, in the sense that it's more about the CXO psychology. CXO psychology in the sense, take example, MD, managing director. A managing director always want to see the green indicators across all the security metrics. They want only the green tick and perfect audit score from the internal team, clean dashboard with the zero alerts, and reassuring the reports with the security leadership, because they will be definitely checked with the security counterpart, is it really true, and confidence building and the compliance validation. This is what MD always saw and always want to. So entire employees and entire team of the company will be start work towards the MD vision in a bypassed manner, because MD also would be responsible for not approving the proper budget, and that is also one of the driving factor. The employees are motivated, identifying the wrong vendor. They just got the certificate not without a proper security validation and all. Because of that, also the big problem is coming. And why they are going for the compliance? And again, that's purely a customer is the driving factor. So what customer experience once cyber attack was happened? It's like the customer is saying that when they are going with the cybersecurity implementation with the wrong vendor, and customers still see that even though they are certified, and they are seeing that escalating security incidents, threats, the team is completely missed, and growing concerns about the data safety, and they are worried about their security as well, data safety as well, and they are losing the confidence and consideration of competitive alternatives. So other companies also there, they want to consider that. So for that, these are the experience customer will be experiencing when you are trying to build a company or build a brand based on the wall of fame. So this is going to be happen. So finally, I recently told one story, right? So in that, one of the MD committed like, Arul, I am more worried about, I'm not worried about the cyber attacks, but the overconfidence in my team's report, because the moment the MD is seeing the green and clean report, every time MD is start doubt about that. So the employee mindset and the manager's mindset should be changed. They should showcase what is real security of the organization to the MD. And finally, the critical insights. CXO doesn't want a green reports. CXO want truth and readiness and resilience, and illusion of safety is always danger. So here is the next case study I want to discuss about that. So this is about a full stack developer case study. So full stack developer in the sense, because full stack developer, now it is becoming the trending topic. Whatever the developer hiring kind of post you are saying, that they will put that as a full stack developer. They should know everything. And one of the customer of mine, and what they have done is they have invested a lot. They are a very lean team, and they started to build some product. So they started to hire the full stack developer with the overpriced manner from the market. And the product was built and it was delivered to the customer. And the CXO mindset, the founder mindset is, I have hired the full stack developer. It means they know the development, they know the testing, they know the security, they know the deployment, they know the cloud management and all. So they should handle everything. Because of that, I'm paying premium. That is a mindset they are having. And they have outsourced the product, and the product is gone to the customer, and the customer side is some security cyber attack was happened. That is again identified by the people, and they started to that is identified by the people, and they started to escalating to the MD. MD finally said, okay, one of my team only built this, I will check it out. And one of the team, that team member, he is gone, and he is trying to discuss with him what happened. You are the full stack developer, you have to take care of the security, why it is gone wrong. And he don't have any clue on that. Because of that, he fired that specific full stack developer. On the next meeting, the MD asked to our customer, like, what you have done, and you have we have escalated one of the security incident, what you have done. And at that time, the MD said, sorry, we have fired that person because he is not responsible. I will assign the new person for you. So they decided the security incident is the common, but at the same time, firing one person is definitely not a right decision. They thought, okay, the company will be coming with a strategic plan to deliver the software in a more secure manner. For that, different layers would be involved, security layers would be involved, validation would be happen by the other people. Based on that, those kind of the expectation was done from the customer side, but the founder is really missed. Because of that, they have cancelled the contract as well. So end of the day, the business is really in a stagnant manner, because they lost the customer, they lost the very good full stack developer as well. So always, whenever you are going as hiring the developers, don't see them as they are from other planets and they are like aliens. They can do anything. And now ChatGPT is there, that is there, and with AI they can do anything. Instead of that, just think about that. What is the timeline they are having? What is the industry experience they are having? And what is the thoughtfulness they are having? Depends on that what they can focus. And we have to create a different layers of verification to make the better secure software as well. So next case study we are moving. This is about one of the insurance company. So this insurance company, the biggest thing is, one of the developer joined, and he got the experience of around 25 years from that company, from the development team. But the problem is, this 25 years he is long, and he's so attached with the company. He can see that who are all the people are coming and who are all the people are coming and going. He trained a lot of people, and he's becoming the integral part of the company, and he's taking care of building the solution on the each and every aspect. He's the only person know what is coding and where it is coding. He's a very good person, and he is also good to the organization as well. After 25 years, he got into the sick, and he is unable to continue the organization. So because of that, he told, okay, so irrespective of the health issue, I want to leave that company. And at that time, company decided, okay, they waked up and they have seen that entire product is trying to build by him, and nobody is there to understand, and no documentation is built respective of whatever his work. He is quick fixer and quick outcome person. So because of that, the company completely trusted. They are not verified his work, even though he is lawyer. And they have immediately hired almost 10 different software architects. They put under him for almost 6 months of time. And even those the 10 architects also unable to debrief, unable to get complete crux of the application and where it is tracking, how it is working and all. And after a few months later only, the company completely recognized their entire business is purely depends on that only person. The only person leaving, and that would becoming the biggest problem of the company. And because of the comfortness what company got because of the one employee, that becoming the biggest risk for their company as well. This is also one of the greatest vulnerability, and the cyber attack and anything can be happen via this kind of code as well. So this maybe looks like it's not a cybersecurity, it's not a vulnerability. Why we are discussing here? As I already mentioned, when coming to the CXO, cybersecurity is all about the thought process, and their mindsets also matter, how things are seen. It's not like attack need to be happen every time from the hacker. It may be the great disaster happening because of the poor decision as well. That is also I have highlighted in the book. So we have discussed a lot, and do you have any questions as of now? And based on that, I will move on to next. If you have anything, you can type on the chat box as well. We can definitely take your questions. Please feel free to put your questions. And so it's looks like going as a storytelling kind of session. So I hope you are following up, and I will definitely share this deck. Definitely you can cope up as well. So next thing is the supply chain, the wrong fingerprint. One of the scenario was happened like so yeah, in a airport, okay, you know, so we are going with our passport with any other countries, and at the same time in the foreign countries and even in India also, you can see that they will take the fingerprint. So they will take the fingerprint, they will verify is it you and all. Based on that, they will exit or they will get inside as well. On this case, right, one of the specific scenario, this specific airport application, the fingerprint application was maintained and managed by one of the third party, but it is hosted in the government. And one specific hacker, what they have done, they have identified one person. They have identified the loophole in the application. What they have done is, so one specific person thumb impression, their fingerprints. What he done is the fingerprint in a digital manner, everything would be like a code, right? That same code he created with another one fake fingerprint. He just replaced the fingerprint with the original person. Because of that, the fingerprint is already changed. Assume that you are gone to Dubai, and you are trying to exit from Dubai, and for that you gone to Dubai airport and you are doing your immigration and all. At that time, your fingerprint is not mapping. Imagine that situation. Is there a way really Dubai police can consider you? Oh, some attack was happening in the system and his fingerprint is not matching, and somebody is done the wrong thing. Just imagine the flight is about to leave. You are into the panic situation. You are into the foreign land, and foreign lands judiciary and foreign land police department and custody, they are seeing you as a terrorist and all. So these are the small thing which is as part of the supply chain, right? This is a small attack is possible while the complex system is worked towards and worked in a seamless manner to deliver the complex problem solution. This will make you into the more difficult situation, and you will be get stuck for sure. This kind of problem should not be come for anybody in the world. And this is one of the small example like I mentioned in the passport perspective. But you just imagine the same thing would be happen for any other government or any other third party involvement kind of solution as well. So like example, what happen if courier in a courier and all we are using application, then not every application is developed and maintained by the people. That would be developed by some people, hosted in somewhere, maintained by somewhere, and if any one of the person get affected, and via them the entire application become more vulnerable one. And it's not only the company need to be hacked, even the employees laptop got compromised in the sense from that using their credentials they can do anything, because personal laptop doesn't have much security, and 90% nobody is using antivirus even on the personal laptops. So these are the situation is really making the supply chain attacks in a more worse manner. So I want to highlight, so when the real breach is happening, what is the timeline is coming as part of this specific overall activity. Like initial, the day 0 is the initial compromise is happening, and the 7 privilege escalation, like whatever the privilege they got it, that may be the employee privilege, and they will be elevated into the admin privilege, and the lateral movement, and they will do the all the possible breach and attack simulations across the different user roles that can be possible. After the data mapping, they will try to identify what is the data is available, which is critical, which is non-critical, which is business critical data, and what is the privacy data, private data and all. And finally, the silent exfiltration. Silent exfiltration in the sense, most of the time, this data would be downloaded and it will be copied to some other place in more secure manner that will be avoid the firewall kind of detection. But sometime more it's a 5th step, right? Most of the organizations still not identifying the silent exfiltration. Some of the companies are detecting that exfiltration. This exfiltration is happening on 41 to 60 days, but day 207 only the breach is getting detected by the company based on their monitoring mechanism. And the crisis response, okay, for this the crisis response is starting from 208 to 210 day. So you just imagine from the 0 day to 210 day, and almost we have to wait for 6 to 8 months to be 6 to 8 months. Hackers are inside of the organization. They are trying to get all the data. So please understand, attackers don't break, they log in. This is a way resilience must exceed prevention. So the way we are detecting and responding, right, that is completely wrong. So until we are having the proper strategic plan to do the implementation in a proper manner in the layered perspective, it would be very difficult to identify the attacks on earlier stage. And the rise of AI power attacks, now AI is using for everything, even for voice cloning and video cloning, like anything, everything. So I want to give you some clarity on that. So the deepfake CEO voice fraud, it is about one of the organization, the deepfake based CEO voice is got recorded, and they just calling to the CRO and asking to transfer the fund into specific account from the unknown number, but exactly CEO voice. And based on the CEO speech, whatever available in the internet and all, that is got used to train the voice cloning. They have created some urgent based message based on the data, based on that the transaction was done. That is happening. That is very easy only. Even we have also created, I have also created one video. I will play that for you.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. We are not able to hear the voice, sir.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Many of the text is there at the bottom, so don't worry.
Okay. So let me, I'm not sure how to enable.
This is a fake, I mean, example for fake, this one, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you see? Can you hear now?
No, some setting requires to be changed. So I think, it is.
Okay, fine. Okay, team, no problem. Then I will definitely share this. Okay, you please see this video and the audio. Sorry, with the audio and video, I will share you separately, and you can follow this. As Sar said, you can follow the transcript. Finish it, and we can move on to next. Okay, team. So this is a video we have just spent around 3 to 4 hours of time to create that video, and it's very easy. And whatever you are seeing, whatever you are listening, please don't trust, and you please always verify. Like we have to move into the zero trust manner, and until because the hackers and AI is getting more smarter, and they are coming up with you can expect the attacks irrespective of that area as well. So finally, I want to highlight some psychology of the psychology of the leaders during the cyber attack. They were into the shock phase, and is it real? Could this happen to us? And how did we miss this? This question. After that, self phase, like where did we go wrong, and what signs did I miss, and should I have invest more? And blame shift, targeting the vendors and teams, tools, and their own team. They are the problem. They are not doing the work properly. That is the way they will be creating. So, and finally, the survival phase, damage control, stakeholder management, and regulatory compliance, reputation repair. These are the areas they will be focusing on. Finally, the rebuilding, the new maturity, transformed culture, strategic investment, and genuine resilience. So these are the things they will be done on the rebuilding phase. So as a every decision maker and as a every CXO, you should understand whenever cyber attack come, you will go all this specific mode. So you please make sure you are not taking the decision based on your intuition or based on your emotion. Always take a decision on more strategic manner. So from vulnerability to victory, we need to understand, like, first we need to accept our gaps, what we are having, and we need to build a layered based defense, and we have to strengthen the culture, and we have to react faster, and we have to document better everything, and invest in the resilience, which is how fast we can come back from the cyber attack. Finally, the partner intelligently. It's like you should align with the cybersecurity partner in a proper manner. So I will definitely give more clarity about what is building layer-based defense. So this is a layer-based defense. Okay, you can refer in a cybersecurity. There are 7 layers are there. From the data layer to governance layer, 7 layers are there. Each layer we need to build a maturity. So in the compliance, assurance, manager, and allied perspective, each layer you have to build a maturity. Take example, if you are one of the college, in a college, you should know the data layer is really matters, because all your fees collection and your student records, everything is stored in the server, and that security is matter. So this layer is more important. Infra layer, you have a lot of different labs, and you have Wi-Fi connections, and also that is really important. And the human layer also matters, because a lot of students and faculties you are having, so that layer is important. Perimeter layer is important, where you are connecting with outside the world. Application layer, like if you are using some of the application kind of examination, exam result, and fees collection and all, that is also very important. So if you take any institution, almost 3 to 4 layers is more important. Other layers may be little optional. These layer perspective, you have to build your maturity, and you should not stop with just doing one activity irrespective of the specific layer. So this is how we have to make sure, you have to make sure you are building your layered cybersecurity approach. And we have created this QR code, right? If possible, you please take a phone and take a snap of it, and you can scan it, and you can spend just a 2 minutes time. You can see what is the real maturity you are having irrespective of this 7 layer perspective. So your journey to vulnerability is, so it's a learn, assess, plan, implement, measure, and evolve. So with that, I'm just closing the session. So I want for our students, you please start building the awareness now, and consider cybersecurity as a specialization. Try to do a lot of research, because now the AI and ChatGPT, a lot of things are free for you. You can learn a lot. Try to build your career into this domain, because it's a safest one as of AI revolution and all. Second thing is, for a professor, you can integrate the cybersecurity into your curriculum, and also give a more real case studies, and encourage the people to give some kind of real cybersecurity related projects and cybersecurity related problems. You can definitely educate your students. That would be more useful. For compliance and GIS experts, please move beyond the compliance, the checklist based compliance, and you please do the real compliance, that true compliance. Those kind of shift is really required. We should not go as just a checklist based, and just meeting the RBI compliance is not. That's not definitely not a good. So we have to go beyond that, and please do that next step. For the CXO, schedule a regular cybersecurity briefing with you, and invest a time, and don't see that cybersecurity as your one of the stream in your organization, rather than it's your responsibility, and it's your involvement is highly required for that specific department, so that they will be speak to you in a more confident manner. Finally, for the cybersecurity experts, please share a knowledge, and exclusively Mohan sir, thank you so much. You are doing the great thing. You are mentoring, you are sharing the knowledge, you are creating the platform for people to learn and know each other. That's really great. And please do the same. This is what we are going to have our next step as part of the learning. So quick intro about the Brisk. So we are a core cybersecurity company, and we are into the business for we are into business for last 8 years, and we are a crust and certain empaneled company, and also we are having all the different modern certification like SSP, CISA and all, SISM and all, YSAP, etc. And also we are Chennai is our global delivery center. From here, we are working with almost 20 different countries, and we are a 88 members company sitting in Nangombakam. And here is a few customers. You can see that. And we do have a products like Sir already mentioned, Lura Security Simplified platform we are having, and Blackbox VAPT is another flagship product we are having, and Lura AI Insight, which is like a offline SaaS tool, and this specific source code review tool doesn't require the internet. That would be exclusively work on the offline environment using the SLM, the small language model perspective. So any software, any technology, any language, it can understand, it can identify the vulnerabilities. So with that, thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity. I hope I took 5 minutes of time extra. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your wonderful session. There are few questions during the registration process. I'll just post them, sir.
Yeah, please.
So many of them you have just answered in your thing itself, but few questions. What is the role of privacy enhancing techniques and self-sovereign identities, verifiable credentials in the context of cybersecurity?
So that's the privacy enhancement perspective is purely depends on which application and how you are sharing the data. That is really matters. Definitely, there is no the single rule how to enhance the privacy. First one is we have to understand what is the privacy, first thing. And once you identify that is a privacy information, where you need to share, where you should not share, as an individual, we need to know about that. And even going into the pantaloons kind of showroom for the billing purpose, saying the phone number, that also privacy. And instead of saying the phone number, you can type in your mobile phone, you can showcase the mobile phone, let them see and type it. So somebody who is near to you, they should not note your phone number. That's becoming the biggest problem for you. Like small kind of techniques we can use as an individual. For the organization, how they are processing their data, what kind of application they are using. Based on that, DPDP also strongly recommended various progress that they can adapt, and that can be derived by the proper the audit and all. Then only that would be the correct recommendation.
Thank you, sir. Next question. It's just about the SME. Need some examples on SME sectors. They was like Venkateshan L, Chairman of Computer Society of India, Chennai, Coimbatore chapter has asked with respect to DVDB Act 2025.
Yes, that is what I have highlighted, DPDPA, okay, Data Privacy and Data Protection Act, which is rolled out. And in the SME perspective, yes, it's not only SME, it's every company in India who is processing the data should be get compliant according to that. If you are a small organization, you are easily get compliant. So you please definitely focus on that. And second thing is, you may think that, okay, you don't process any of the customers' data, and you are not collecting any of the employees' data and all. But end of the day, you are doing the business, you are having employees, and you are having employees' data, and not a public data, but you have your customer, and customer data is with you. And if any of those data hacked from your organization, you are liable for all these things. So whatever the data you are collecting, you please be more caution. So what is private data, what privacy related data, and exclusively if you are collecting any kind of data which is minor one, minor one compared to adult, you are even more to be cautioned because you have to get approval from their parent and guardian as well. That also highlighted. So depends on your business and depends on your vertical operating into the business, and this would be DPDPA would be applicable, and a lot of different clarity is came from the recent notification. And I would suggest they can definitely get touch with the experts and try to get some advice, so that would be help them a lot.
And one question from my side, sir. So while presenting, you were just specifying about like what the students and what the other people, stakeholders has to do it. But for a researcher, can you advise what are all the steps they can just carry out in their research in this particular area?
Okay, on this research perspective, take example now the AI and cybersecurity both are come together. But I would say yes, AI is optimizing the work and AI is automating the work and optimizing the work. Sometimes it's good compared to our manual work as well. But these kind of features, right? It is coming like the mist kind of cyber attack as well, because combination of everything coming as a product, it is collecting every data and it's go out. For example, take example Perplexity. Perplexity released one of the AI browser called Comet browser. Comet is one of the AI browser they have released. To be frank, AI Comet browser is not an installable browser. And installable browser it's not an installable browser in the sense any organization, the employees are having the laptop without admin privilege, they can able to install that application. That will not ask the admin password. But the organization believe if any application going to be installed in the laptop, that will ask a password. But this is coming in the more different way. So because of that, the common browser will not ask a login, but people can use it. And in India, Perplexity is a free. And whoever are having the Airtel number, they can have a 1-year subscription. They can directly log into the Perplexity browser. They can directly do any activity of organization-wise application. Whatever the application will open in a browser, right? That application can be accessed by Comet, and we can just feed the data. Like for example, LinkedIn. I just logged into the LinkedIn, and if I want to identify all the cybersecurity researcher in India, in the sense, sorry, Chennai, in the sense, I don't need to go and click the LinkedIn and identify the filter and search it and all. Instead of that, I can simply put, hey, I have already logged into the LinkedIn. You please go and find all the cybersecurity researcher in Chennai. Like if I put the small 2-line prompt into the Comet browser, it will directly go into my LinkedIn. It will identify all the filters. It will identify all people. It will create a list. It will copy and paste it into my Google Sheet. That would be the great database I can get it. For this, it is understanding each and every activity, each and every application and privacy and everything from that, from what are the application we are using. So the researchers can identify such kind of tool and do the deep research, why this kind of application is, how this application is built, and what kind of security impact may become for our organization, and how this can be avoided. Those kind of deep research need to be done. And another thing is, by the sets they have completely mentioned, they are working on the cryptography and quantum security later stuff. Those kind of futuristic cybersecurity research also can be really great. Now people are moving around the agentic AI, and you can more focus on the AI and cybersecurity later research. That research should not be depends on the AI and AI prompt. Like again, you are going to go and do the research on the ChatGPT browser, and that may be mimic sometime hallucination would be there. So we have to do the deep research, and it's not, research is not about information. It's about the action and outcome what we are getting. That towards we have to work and we have to take it up.
Thank you for that very detailed answer, sir. Thank you so much. Any more questions from the audience? Can you just, if you have, you can unmute your and then can ask. Okay. So if there is no further questions, so I'll just move on to the formal vote of thanks.
Thank
So thank you very much, sir, for this wonderful session. So we had this session on vulnerability to victory, business use cases in cybersecurity today by Mr. Arulselvar Thomas, founder and director, Briskinfosec Technologies and Consultants Private Limited, Chennai. So he started with why he named the book of him, The Vulnerability to Victory. So, and he mentioned that the major thing is the issue of vulnerability is the ignorance. So, and he stated some of the examples also. And for the students and for the basic things, he just mentioned what is cybersecurity and what is CAA, right? And why vulnerability matters to business. So he just told some of the he mentioned some of the reasons like financial losses, reputational damage, and legal issues, etc. So he just then had mentioned in his presentation that 95% of the security breaches involve human errors. So he mentioned why it is happening, and he also mentioned in his presentation about GRC, that is the governance, risk management, and compliance. So he mentioned about that, and he also had some thing explained about the mindset shift every chief experience officer needs, and he explained about the misconceptions about security maturity, the blind spots in operational visibility, lack of preparedness for modern threats, single point failures in critical systems. And he also mentioned about trusting what should be validated. So he mentioned also 4 case studies, that is from fall of fame to the fall of shame. And he also mentioned the case study on full stack developer fallacy, and the 25-year legacy developer risk, and the supply chain wrong fingerprint breach. So he just explained with the case study with more explanation, and he mentioned about the timeline, what is the thing happened, and then he ended up with the psychology of leadership during the attacks, and then he also explained the queries that has been raised during the registration process, and also in during the session, the queries raised by the participants. He just answered a very neat and clear explanation. Thank you, sir. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the organizing units for arranging such wonderful sessions and making all to enrich our knowledge. Thank you so much for all the organizing units, and special thanks to HR Mohan sir for bringing those esteemed experts to this particular forum, and to just end it with the future webinars that we have. So lined up with December 8th, we're having a webinar on lifelong career in data science, AI, and physical AI. And on December 17th, we have another webinar on pragmatic AI for quality engineering from strategy to scale. So I request all to just register, and like the credential mail, what you receive in that itself, you have the registration link. Register yourself and just enhance your knowledge. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for the nice summary, complete summary. And I have posted my video link as well for people reference. If possible, you please share this with your emails as well. Thank you so much, Char Mohan.